I'm Bev Willcocks, and I'm sitting here in Panama City with Aris LaTham.
Great.
Oh, the Sun-Fired Culinary School and Wellness Center.
Yes.
And this is a whole new venture for you.
Yes, well, it's a continuation. You know, I started in New York, in Harlem, New York, in 1979. I opened up my first House of Life, and I've done the California thing, I've done the Florida thing, I've been in about 8 cities around the U.S. So over a period of more than 30 years, and then I migrated to Jamaica. And also I've lived in Brazil, I've lived in East Africa, West Africa, and I've traveled about half of the world already, just teaching what I do. So it's been a good 40 years plus now.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of building going on, but never mind that.
Okay.
And I mean, you've built up a reputation as being now one of the fathers of the raw food movement.
Well,
So you have a really good concept around your sun-fired food, and where did that name come from? I mean, how did you come about that?
oh, very simple. You know, this is the thing about, you know, for me, you know, if it doesn't flow simply, then and it has to be a big effort, then it's not the right fit. You know, but back in the days when I started with all living foods in 1976, I had read practically all of the old school living food people: Herbert Shelton, Hilton Hotema, Morris Crock, Dr. Abramowski. You know, there've been hundreds of them over centuries. You know, so this is really nothing new, you know, at all. It's just been repackaged in modern day. So, you know, studying these masters, you know, and seeing how the food was referred, you know, even within modern time as raw food, living foods. There was even one point when it was known as unfired foods. So for me, none of those fit, you know, because raw food to me is an insult to this great work that is done by nature to prepare our foods. To say that it's raw, it implies that, you know, nature has made a mistake. It's not, you know, so I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna cook it because it's raw. So it's not about being raw. It's, you know, living food is fine, but living foods also could be lobsters, you know, being done right at your table in a restaurant, you know, bouncing out of the waters, you know. So for me, living foods was just not enough. And living food is more about sprouts, the sprout culture, you know, because once you activate a seed, now it comes back to life. So through the soaking, the germinating, the sprouting, and the growing process, now it's a living entity. So, you know, but there's some foods that are not actually like that, you know, living on that level. So for me, living food was not cutting it. Then when I looked at unfired, I said, oh, there's nothing on about this. We got to really present this in a positive light. And then being from the tropics, being a sunshine kid, you know, a bell went off. And all I did was I took unfired foods and added an S to it and came up with sun-fired foods just to make it positive. That's all I've done. So, you know, sun-fired foods connote that the food has actually been cooked by the sun. It is sun-cooked foods. You know, so the growing period is actually the cooking process. So from the time of planting or cherry tree blossoms till the time we have a ripe, ready to eat fruit, then that entire period, a whole year, you know, has been a cooking process, a very meticulous, very exact process where you have the great chef of humanity, the sun, comes every day in everybody's, you know, household and cooks the pot, you know, very meticulously, a good, you know, 8 to 12 hours per day. Some places even less exposure, but you know, as we hear the birds right now, you know when the pot is ready. The birds come home to feast. So our mango pot is about to explode. So the birds are here, you know, sampling to let us know when the mango is cooked, when it's ready. So you hear them out there, they're happy. So they're finding some ready to eat, well done, sun-fired mangoes.
So your whole relationship with food then becomes kind of an intimate relationship. I mean, Hippocrates, I think, was saying that food be your medicine and medicine be your food. So, I mean, that's something that really is at the core of that philosophy of partnering with nature, you know, of which we are all a part.
That's right. That's right. You know, I mean, for me, we as human beings, we are another heavenly body out here in the cosmos, you know, but we're earthbound, you know, and our connection with the earth is ideally through the plants. So, you know, we see that reciprocal relationship. You know, we get oxygen from them, we give them back our carbon, and we both thrive very harmoniously together. We're actually plants. To me, I feel like I'm a tree. I'm no different than a mango tree. It's just that I can walk from here to there. You know, my roots are wireless. You know? So I can transport, but I'm just like a mango tree. So when I hug a mango tree, it's like, hey baby, you know, I love you too, you know, I love you back. So for me, I have to eat directly from the trees, from the plants, you know. If we're not eating directly from the plants, then we're not connected to the earth. This is our fusion with the earth, comes through the plants, you know. So we see what's going on today with a lot of a modern diet, you know, based on process. You know, yeah, the foods may have originated from the plants, but they've been interrupted and interfered with. So, you know, the coding in them doesn't match, you know, our DNA properly. So we're getting all this disruptive energy in humanity because we're earthless, you know, at this point. So it's like really reclaiming our base, you know, in the scheme of life with the rest of the universe, and living through the plants, as you know, we're enjoying now our coconut water, which came through one of the greatest, you know, engineering feature that, you know, is known to life. You know, a coconut tree. You know, coconut tree is a distiller that pumps water out of the earth, and they're all mostly based around the sea. You know, the most mineral-rich body of water anywhere you can find. And they're converting that mineral water from the sea into an organic base that makes it more accessible to human consumption. So for me, you know, it's marvelous to be able to embrace a coconut tree. And you know, the coconut tree, as you see, it's a masculine energy. You know, it's an obelisk. You know, it's like a phallic, you know. But the coconuts are the breast of the earth. And a coconut tree can bear, like, you know, hundreds of breasts. So here's this masculine energy doing something that no female energy can do with all these breasts to feed the earth, but it is bound in Mother Earth. So this is where you get the Pachamama relationship, you know, the father-mother relationship. Without the earth, the coconut tree is nothing. So you have the earth energy, the mothering nature that is embracing that coconut tree, that is nurturing it, and that male energy with its deep roots, because as it is above, so it is below. So that coconut tree, it's 30 feet high up there, it's 30 feet down into the earth, and it's pumping water out of the sea, the water of life, right out of the sea. And who is doing all of this work? Who's facilitating all of this work? The sun. The chef, the universal chef, the only chef on this planet that cooks for us all, you know, and makes sure that everybody around the world gets their pot attended to every day.
Yeah, I mean, this relationship, I think, that we have with the food, really, but also with nature, is really an intricate relationship on how we thrive. And it's kind of a universal way you're describing it, because the universe has got our back.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's right there for us. And if we connect to that place, we find that place within us that's so still, so centered, from which we thrive.
Yeah, we are micro-universes ourselves. But look at the dynamics. Look at the ingenuity. You know, it's like an avocado, you know, a watermelon, a tomato, a bell pepper. All of these foods are coming with seeds. So one avocado seed is another avocado tree. So you can imagine, I mean, I don't know why this planet is not overrun with food trees everywhere. We should be like, there should be no space for human beings. if we were to take every single avocado seed and put it back to the earth, we're talking a massive food factory. Tomato seeds, watermelon seeds, and let them all keep reproducing. Why is there starvation on the planet? Why is there food shortage? We're really trying to go against the plan.
No, maybe not do it in the right way. Do it the right way around.
But it's being done in the right way, but for what reason? For whose cause? You know, the food cartel, you know, that have hijacked our food basket. You know, it's about profit and profit.
Well, I mean, what's so interesting about that concept of the seed is the creative nature of the seed, and how that creativity, or that seed comes from the nature, comes through that whole process. So our creativity is so linked to being in connection with the wider nature, with the wider universe, the intelligence behind life. You know, and our inspiration comes through that space into seeds, if I'm talking metaphorically on the human side.
Oh, yes.
And then we get those seeds of ideas, and we go forth and we create.
Yes.
Which, you know, just using the nature example, and we mirror it, can give us such guidance for how to live our own lives.
All we have to do,
thrive.
we just have to be obedient. We've been really naughty, you know. So we got to really stop and be a little more obedient, be a little more observant, and more respectful, you know, to the cause of our nature, you know, and get back in harmony with the rest of the universe. You know, we're really on a collision course with life, you know, where we're navigating. So it's time to come on home.
Come on
back home, you know.
I think that's a perfect spot to end. And Ari, thanks very much, and all the best for your venture. And if anybody's out there, Panama City should be on your destination list, and come and see what Ari's doing now in Panama City with his venture into his culinary school and her wellness center. He's going to open a restaurant, a juice bar, and you're going to be able to come and do courses and have a fantastic experience with both with Ari and in the beautiful country of Panama.
Yeah. So how did you happen to be here? You know, how did you find me? I'm not to be found. I'm not really out there.
You're hiding. You're hiding.
You know? I'm here to live, number one.
You know, it's actually just by default, really. We're busy traveling for 5 months, just exploring, and we're kind of doing an adult gap year, that we've left our children behind, and we're coming traveling, and we've chosen Central America. And we were on Airbnb looking for a place to stay in Panama.
Okay.
And we just saw your place and thought that looks like a cool spot.
Yes.
So that's how we came to be here. And I have an interest in food. I've done a bit of the raw food thing, but certainly not with your wisdom and insight. And you've given me a lot of food for thought.
Okay.
So that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And it's been great having you. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, we're about to have a wonderful lunch prepared by you. So thank you so much for that too.
You're welcome. Okay.
Great. Thank you.